2 years ago, I took delivery of my 2013 CAMARO ZL1. I first saw the car on the cover of a car magazine, and I instantly knew it was what I wanted. I worked extremely hard and put in long hours and lots of overtime to save up money. I then started looking around, price shopping, and I found out that the used 2013 models fit perfectly in my budget, so I bought it. The Camaro is a car that's been in my family since 1969. My dad had a 69 Camaro SS, so you can kind of say it's in my blood. YouTube has played an important role in my life last year. Most of you don't know that I actually had a channel started back in July 2006, so I've had it for almost 11 years now. But it really wasn't until I met Mike, also known as StreetSpeed717, that I started making videos. So those of you that have been watching my channel since about spring of last year already know that the CAMARO ZL1 has been the spotlight vehicle basically revolving around my entire channel. You may also know that I've been wanting to get the newest generation ZL1 since its debut last year. And before we start this video, I want to thank all of you for your support and your continued support on the channel. I really could not do this without you guys. So please be sure to like this video, comment below, and if you are stopping in for the first time to watch me, please hit that subscribe button. So with that being said, let's go take delivery of my 2017 CAMARO ZL1. Alrighty guys, so here we are, finally in my 2017 CAMARO ZL1. It is one of the first 10-speed automatics ever built, and probably the first red one, I would assume. I'm not sure. But those of you guys that don't know the guy sitting beside me, this is Mike Davenport. He works at Bachman Chevrolet in Louisville, Kentucky. He is the LvilleChevyDude. Mike, do you want to tell him a little about yourself?
Yeah, these are my cool glasses. I had to try to one-up him on glasses, but these are Snapchat spectacles if you don't know what they are.
It's got a camera in it.
It's got a camera on what, this side? Yeah. No, wait, we're on this side. So I usually wear aviators. These are way out of my comfort zone. But,
looks good though. Looks
hey,
good.
You know, they're cool. They're great for YouTube, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Common away. I'm Louisville's top Chevy salesman for 6 years and one of the top in the country.
And you're pretty much the top Camaro salesman as well, right?
Top ZL1 for sure.
Top ZL1
Number
for
one
sure,
ZL1
yeah.
salesman in the country.
And one thing I do want to mention as well, Mike, you give these to each of your customers, right?
I do.
Mike gives a bottle of Coke that says Chevy Dude on it, and then Coca-Cola on the other side. It says share a Coke with Chevy Dude. And I think that's an awesome touch because it's different, you know what I mean? It's different from the average salesperson that might give you like a thank you note or something like that. So let me tell you the story about this car before we get into everything. Basically, I know some of you guys were assuming that I was going to get a green one because I had posted that video a while back saying I wanted Krypton green, this and that. Either way, the long and short of the story kind of goes like this. I contacted Mike originally back in, I think it was either earlier this year or the end of last year.
It was December.
Okay, so it was the end of last year. I saw a Facebook video and also I think a YouTube video of Mike saying that he had 3 allocations for 10-speed auto ZL1s, and obviously that's what I had wanted this whole time, and that's what I've been waiting for. So I immediately called up Mike and he said, hey man, I said, I already sold one, I have 2 available, do you want it? It's yours. So I said yes. I put down a deposit, and we kind of exchanged words about what I did and my channel, and he said I don't know if you had heard of me at the time or not, but
found out that he was starting to get big into YouTube, and he wanted to get his business and selling cars out on YouTube and everything like that. So I said, dude, let's work together on this. We'll get the car, everything like that. We'll make it a good debut, and you can come. And he said he would drive here or fly here, and because he's from obviously Louisville, so here he is in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania today, and I can't thank you enough
Yeah,
man,
absolutely,
for coming down.
man.
But as far as the green car goes, basically I had found out about that color after I had ordered this car that I'm sitting in right now. I spec'd this car out exactly the way I wanted
Like
it.
60 days or so, right?
Yeah,
it was like,
something like-
it was like February,
it was
right?
at least 2 months
We'd have
later.
to look and see when you
It
did that
was.
video, because when we said, okay, dude, let's make the green one happen.
Right,
I didn't delete this order.
because you already had a build date on it.
Yep. Didn't delete
So,
this order.
yeah.
Worked hard to get this one picked up first, because I put your car in front of a bunch of other people's.
Right.
Because I actually have like 13 ZL1 orders right now.
Wow, that's a lot. See that?
So-
13. I could go around this area, nobody has them. 2 different big dealerships. Sutliff Chevrolet, which was a very big and iconic dealership back in the day.
They're a great dealership.
Yeah. And then Lawrence Chevrolet across the river, and none of them can get them. But Mike Davenport, Bachman Chevrolet could get one, obviously top ZL1 sales guy in the country. So either way, going back to the green car, we changed the order and we said, let's get the green one. So he actually contacted his GM rep at the time. He sent a letter saying, hey, look, this guy does these videos online, this and that. He's got a strong social media presence. He's going to be good for the brand, the Chevy brand. Obviously, I'm a Chevy guy through and through. So Mike ended up pushing it through. He got a hold of the GM rep, and they said, we'll make the green car for him. So it was like, awesome. I'm going to get the first Krypton green ZL1. And at the time it really wasn't available. Mike said he didn't even know about the color, like he wasn't even sure if they were going to make it on the ZL1. And I said, well, what can we do about it? So like I said, he got it done. But what happened was, a couple days ago, we'd been waiting and to see when the car was going to be built and this and that, and Mike unfortunately got a notification that the car wasn't going to be built till May. So I said, you know what? I said,
And you said, hey, I don't want this car anymore.
Right.
So when this car came in, you're like, I put it up for sale.
yeah, that's the thing. This car was at the dealership almost a week ago, and it was like, I was like, well, there's my car, and there's the 10-speed that I ordered, and it's one of the first, and am I going to wait for my green one, or what am I going to do?
And it was ironic that I was having troubles getting the build week.
Right.
For whatever reason. It was really weird that I
Yeah.
couldn't get the build week for it. And then this one came in and did all my video, did my live video, and then you and I text. And I'm like, I was getting ready to email my GM rep again. It's like, can we get a build before I do that?
Yeah.
I made sure that I didn't look foolish for him to email me back. Well, it's in our GM website, so I always check, and there it was on 5/8. And as soon as I said that, as soon as I sent that text message to you, I already knew your answer. Already knew it. And that we're gonna get this car here.
Yeah, I finalized basically saying, I want this car, let's make it happen on Tuesday evening, and it is Thursday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and this car came from Louisville, Kentucky. That's how Mike made it happen. That's how quickly he made it happen. So
Quick.
again,
And that's normal,
yeah,
and as much as we could put on YouTube that, hey, I'm doing something special for you and blah blah blah, and I certainly am. I always go over and beyond, but I always tell everybody, it's like, I don't care if you're buying a $2,000 car from me or you buy a $110,000, $120,000 car. The people that I sold the very extremely limited C7R race car reproduction cars, they're getting treated the same way, and I sold one of them to an A-list celebrity. So
Wow.
and that's the cool thing that I really like to do, and I can make my own decisions at the dealership. I don't need to go to managers. They give me a lot of leeway and do a lot of things and stuff like that, and it's helpful, and it transforms over to the customer as well.
Sure.
which is really, in my opinion, the most important thing.
Sure.
And you can go search what all my customers have to say, and it's all the same thing.
We've now developed a relationship where if I buy any sort of Chevy, I'm buying it from him. I don't care if I have to go to this dealership and test drive it and then order one through Mike. It's going to happen because of that. Now we have this bond, and he got me what I needed when I needed it, and here it is. So,
as my trademark saying is, buying a car doesn't have to suck. See, look, buying a car doesn't have to suck. right on my business card.
so anyways, let's talk about the car now.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the best part right here.
That is. This is the best. This is the moment everyone's been waiting for. They've probably been skipping ahead the whole time. But
Thumbs down, and don't thumbs down it.
Yeah.
You gotta give thumbs up.
so the first thing you notice is obviously the way more aggressive front end on this car. I mean, it looks like it's going to eat whatever's in its path. It's so cool looking, and the flow tie in the front is basically they got that from the 5th gen Z28. The Z28 had the first flow tie, and what the flow tie is, it's basically a hollowed out bow tie. and just basically to allow more airflow, and I think it looks badass. So that's cool that these come standard with a flow tie.
We all want black bow ties anyway, so now you don't have to turn that black. The back one comes black standard.
All of the rockers, the rear diffuser, the front splitter, all of that stuff is finished in carbon flash, Chevy's famous carbon flash finish. The new wheels on this car, they only come in one finish, but the finish is awesome. This car now looks, honestly, as close to a supercar as you can get without paying the supercar price. Even the interior, like I said, I just mentioned to Mike, who's been off camera, Street Speed 717, I said, dude, this interior is literally supercar level, and he was like, oh, without a doubt, just because of the way it is and is put together. So I'm very excited, obviously, to drive this car, and I still really can't wrap my head around the fact that I'm sitting in it, but I am, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. I mean, Mike actually drives a, what is it, 16 SS?
I have a 16 2SS, yep.
2SS?
Yep.
So tell the viewers, like, difference, because Mike actually did drive this car, and he had a little fun with it before.
Yep.
Before
I got about 2 miles on it.
2 miles of fun, yeah. So what do you think comparing the two cars? This is basically for people who are looking at an SS and a ZL1, and did they want to make the plunge into a ZL1? Is it worth that much more money to them? So what do you think?
Well, I think when you're talking automatic transmission to automatic transmission, the 10-speed in this is phenomenal, and that's when you log more miles behind it and driving it, that's where you're going to be able to update this more. Again, I've got a couple miles behind the car on the automatic anyways, but I think it's worth the plunge, and but if you want a daily driver, if you want something just to kind of toy around on the weekends, you know, both are good. Both are really good fits. It just matters if you want 455 or 650, you know.
Right.
And that's really what it comes down to. Do I spend, you know, in the mid 40s on a 2SS, or do I go upper 60s, right at 70 in 2017, anyways, right at 70 on this car. So you know, it's 25 grand difference, and I think both ways are right. It just depends on your driving habits. But I'm telling you what, driving in my 2SS is an 8-speed automatic, and driving the 8-speed automatic, I got 15,000 miles behind that, and this just a couple miles behind this. Amazing. Being the bigger brakes, this transmission, that's some amazing things that this car has that it doesn't have. So it's worth it. It's worth it to spend the extra 25,000. But I don't think you can go wrong with either car, depending on what you want to accomplish with your driving.
Of course, yeah. Alrighty, guys. So again, I am extremely happy. Words cannot describe the feeling I have right now. I'm sure you guys are excited to see the car on the channel. I have so many videos planned with this car. It's unimaginable. I've been thinking about these videos before I even got the car. So you got to stay tuned for all that. If you guys are watching this video for the first time, hit the subscribe button. Like I said, you're going to see tons of videos with my new ZL1. You're going to see a ton of videos with my current 5th gen ZL1 that is obviously being set up to be a drag car. It's getting work done to it right now. And I'm also going to be doing videos of both cars, but I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I'm assuming you already know what's going to happen. So again, thank you, Mike, for everything you've done. I really appreciate it. Best experience I've ever had with any sale ever on anything, really, not just cars, not anything, just the best experience I've ever had. And I couldn't have asked for it to be any better. We couldn't have asked for a nicer day. It's literally like 60-some degrees right now in February. Tomorrow it's gonna snow, so picture that one. Yeah, it's March. Oh, it's March.
It feels like February.
It feels like February. Yeah, because tomorrow the weather is gonna be like February weather.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have all of Mike's info in the description. Go check him out if you're in the market for a ZL1, Camaro, Chevy, whatever it may be. Hit up Mike Davenport. He will get you taken care of 100%. No bullshit, just as you say.
Exactly.
And also another thing, before we end this video, be sure to follow me on Instagram. You're going to see a lot of different pictures of this car. I'm going to be posting like crazy. So follow me on Instagram. You can follow all my builds and everything like that of my previous gen ZL1. All of that info is in the description, along with my Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and have a great day.